and welcome to my channel. My name is Denise and this is our meals of the week. So starting with today, which is Monday, we're going to be having a chilli. This is obviously a child-friendly chilli, so there's not going to be like hot spice or anything, plus I've got extra veg in it. So obviously you need mince for chili con carne, but I also add in some celery, pepper, onion, and I grate some courgette into it as well. I've got chopped tomatoes, kidney beans, garlic. I'll add a little bit of oregano. I've got the mild chili powder, but you might want to use the hot if you're into a bit hotter chilies. And I've got a bit of smoked paprika as well to put it into it. Sometimes you can add cumin as well if you want to give it a bit of warmth to it. Also some white pepper because Noah doesn't like black pepper. And I've got tomato puree as well. I also add in some beef stock. So I find the beef stock quite salty anyway, so that's why I don't add any salt into my cooking. And we will be serving it with some tortilla chips and some rice as well. But I will show you it once I'm cooking it. Also, I didn't film yesterday as it was the last day of our holidays. And we went to the cinema to see Despicable Me 4, which is really good if you've not seen it. And we picked a takeaway up on the way home because it was about 8 o'clock at night, so we had a Chinese. So that's why I'm starting on a Monday rather than a Sunday. But I'll show you this once I am cooking it. So here is everything now in the pan. So what I did was I browned the mince and then I added in the grated courgette. I used about I used about a third because that's how much is left. So I used about a third of a courgette. I also added in half an onion because it's quite a big onion. So I thought I'll keep this for tomorrow because I'm doing a sausage ragu. So I'll put that in a container for tomorrow. I added 1 stick of celery, 1 orange pepper, and I added 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, half a tablespoon of the mild chili. You can always increase the quantity if you want it a bit spicier, or if you've got the hot chili. Add in a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of the chopped garlic, that's equivalent to 2 cloves, a bit of a shake of the white pepper, and I added the stock cube with 3/4 of the tin, just with cold water. And I added the, what's the other thing? Kidney beans, that's the other thing as well. So now I'm bringing it to the boil and then I will let it simmer, usually for about 40 minutes, just to allow the flavours to come out. But I will show you it once it's all served up. So here it is all served up. So this is Steve's. He's got the rice, the chilli and the tortilla chips. Noah's got the same, and I've also got the same, but I like to add some sour cream to mine, so I just use this one from Sainsbury's, and that's what we're having tonight. It's Tuesday and tonight we're having slow cooker sausage pasta. So what I did was I took the skin off the sausages and just cut it up, and then I added some onion, pepper, peas, a carton of passata, some tomato puree, oregano and some garlic. I also added in 500 ml of beef stock, and then I cooked it on high for about 3 hours, and then I added pasta for the last 45 minutes, and that was it ready. So that is what we're having tonight. It's Wednesday, and as it's football for Noah tonight, we're just having something quick and easy. So I've got chicken goujons and I've got it with some fries, some peas and some fig and balsamic beetroot. Recommend that if you've never tried it. It's from Sainsbury's. Noah's got his usual chicken nuggets, chips and peas. Steve wanted fish and chips, but I think I overdone his fish just a little bit in the air fryer, but he's also got a couple of chicken nuggets, some chips and some peas as well. Hi, and it's Thursday. So tonight we were going to be having these sticky barbecue chicken sizzlers. I had them in the freezer and I took it out last night and put it in the fridge, but this one in particular, this one, is a bit iffy. This one doesn't smell too bad, but I can see if I take off the a bit of the sauce, you can see like that white spots that you can sometimes get when it's fusty, as we say up here. So I think I'm going to err on the side of caution and not eat this. So I'm going to have to now try and have a look in the freezer to see what there is, because I don't really have anything fresh because I've got shopping coming tomorrow. If not, I might just have to order a takeaway, but I'll show you what we're going to be having anyway. So it's probably going to be a surprise to you as it is to me. So after a quick rummage in my freezer, I came across these curry chicken balls. These are from Aldi. They come in a plain flavour as well, just in case you're interested in them, but I thought they could have that with some chips, and I've got some curry sauce as well, and I thought I would have some veggie sausages, the rest of these Spanish style potatoes, and I'll have some green beans with it as well. So I'll show you it once it's all served up. So this is Steve's. He's got the fries, chicken balls and the curry sauce. This is Noah's, and this is mine. Hi, and it's Friday. So tonight we're going to be having tapas. So there's a few dishes that I'm going to be making, and there's also a few shop bought ones as well. So what I'm going to be making is some meatballs. So I'm going to cook that with some chopped tomatoes, some tomato puree, onions, garlic, pepper, peas, and I'm going to add in some smoked paprika and oregano as well. I've got these prawns that I took out of the freezer. Obviously they're tandoori, so they're not very Spanish. Some battered calamari. I've got a tortilla. I do actually have a bigger tortilla in the fridge from Tesco, but because we're going to be having quite a lot, I thought I'd keep it for when we're having leftovers. So I've got that. I'm going to be making chicken in with a garlic and lemon, not sauce, but it's going to be cooked with the lemon and garlic. So I slice up the chicken, fry it in some oil and butter with some lemon juice, garlic and some parsley as well. I'm going to do chorizo in a red wine. So I slice up the chorizo and I add garlic again with some red wine. I just put it in a dish and I cook it in the oven along with some thyme, and I cook it for 180 degrees for about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. I picked these up in Aldi. These are actually gluten-free, so I was quite surprised. So it's basically just ham croquettes. Spanish inspired potatoes. These are from Sainsbury's. So I think this is just your patatas bravas. So I've got that, and I also bought some aioli, but I just realised that it's actually plant-based, but I'm sure it'll taste fine. So I will show you when I'm cooking some of it, and then I'll show you when it's all served up. What I'll probably do is, just in case of helping ourselves, I'll just put it in some dishes and people can help to whatever they want. So here is the chorizo ready to go into the oven. I just used half of the chorizo ring and I just cut it into thinnish kind of slices, not too thick. And I added in 2 teaspoons of the lazy garlic, which is equivalent to 2 cloves. And I added in red wine. The red wine that I added in, just a small bottle I've got, so I haven't added in that much really, because obviously as it cooks the fat will come out, so it'll make it quite liquidy anyway. And then I topped it with some fresh thyme, so I'll put that in for about 20 minutes or so. The potatoes are also to go in at 180 degrees, so I'm away to put them in there to cook for 30 to 35 minutes. So I put those in first, and then the chorizo, and I'm starting to make prep the stuff for the meatballs. So I'm going to fry the meatballs in the pan, and then I'm going to add in some onions, garlic and red pepper, and then I'll add in the chopped tomatoes, the tomato puree, the beef stock, that's right here, and the smoked paprika and the oregano. Can't remember if I mentioned the garlic, but obviously garlic's going into it as well. And then I'm still to cut up the chicken. I'm just going to cut it up into slices, fry it in some oil and butter, and then add the garlic and the juice of the lemons as well. I'm guessing that I might need 2, but I'll see how it is with the 1, especially if I'm using 2 chicken breasts. And then I'll show you it once it's all dished up. Hi, it's Saturday. So tonight I'm going to be having steak and mushroom sauce. Normally when I have a steak, I usually have the gluten-free onion rings, tomatoes, just usually grilled mushrooms, veg, chips, etc. But I'm not really that hungry, so I just thought I'd have the steak with some chips and the mushroom sauce, obviously, and just a bit of veg. So how I make my mushroom sauce is, once the steak's cooked, I then fry the sliced mushrooms in some butter, and then I add in the garlic as well while it's cooking. I add in some chicken stock as well. I can't remember how much, I'm sure it's about 150 mils. I'll let you know once I've made it, because I usually do it by sight. And once it's started to evaporate a bit, then I take it off the heat and add in the double cream, and then I just pour it over the steak. I like my steaks medium rare, so I usually season them with Schwartz's, what is it, seasonal I think it's called. I usually do that, and I cook it on each side probably for maybe about 3-4 minutes each side, and then I let it rest for probably about 10 minutes. So while it's resting, that's when I'll cook the sauce and also the chips and veg, but I'll show you once I've served it up. So here's the steak all served up. I cooked the steak in a frying pan with some butter, and then when I took it out to rest, I just fried the mushrooms in the same pan, adding some more butter and some oil. And then once they were slightly cooked, I added some garlic, and then I added 125 mils of chicken stock, and I had it on at 5 in the hob. And then once it started to reduce, I took it off the heat and I switched it off the hob, and then I added some double cream and put it back onto the ring and just let it heat up that way. I've also got some green beans and some chips as well. So that's it for tonight. Oh, and I'm also got a large gin because it's a weekend. I don't often have a drink, but I fancied one tonight. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.